Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Moed Katan, page 22, which discusses the laws of mourning. Specifically, when it comes to one's parents, the mourning time is longer, namely for 12 months, in order to be able to show honor and respect to one's mother and father who had passed. When it comes to the other 5 relatives that one must mourn for, namely one's children, siblings, or spouse, that mourning period is for 30 days. So, for example, when it comes to getting a haircut, one is not allowed to get a haircut for those first 30 days. When it comes to one's parents, if a person is sitting and mourning for them, so we don't require you to not get a haircut for a year, but the Talmud here says it's necessary to wait until a friend says that it is now time to get a haircut, that your hair is too long, and therefore now is the right time to do so. We also find on this page the discussion of going to smachot, going to joyous occasions such as weddings. A person is not allowed to go to a wedding when they are in the status of being a mourner. In the event that a person needs to go to a wedding, one should consult their local rabbi, as they will perhaps tell you, if it's really necessary, that you could either act as a waiter, so that this way you're not officially a guest, and therefore that may be one way to do it. Alternatively, only staying for part of the wedding and not staying for the celebration afterwards. Lastly, on this page, I'd like to discuss kriya, ripping the garment, which nowadays is done in the chapel in a private room by the officiating rabbi. When it comes to kriya, one is supposed to do a significant rip. So much so, the Talmud says, that it should be at least a tefach, which is a hand's breadth, which is about 4 inches down. And that person will actually wear that garment for the entire time. And even though it says it could possibly be fixed temporarily or permanently, the Talmud goes over this, we generally have the tradition of just discarding that garment after Shiva. When it comes to a parent, one is supposed to rip even further so that their heart is actually open and revealed. There are those individuals in chapels that instead of having the garment ripped, they will give the person who is in the status of mourning a ribbon, or they will ask if the ribbon should be cut. It must be understood that that is actually not considered to be kriya, and one who does this will actually not fulfill their obligation when it comes to this law of mourning.